What's up everyone? Before we get into the match and commentary, we just wanted to give some background to this video series. For decades, me and my brother have been making fully customised teams each year a new FIFA title releases. These teams and players are often comical to look at and the names are even better. Over the years, these players have become folklore to us. We hope as we release more videos from other FIFA titles that they become exactly the same for you. This won't be Premier League standard gameplay and there won't be a Trivella in sight, but we do assure you it will be funny, hopefully. So join Kevin, Sav and our lovely pitchside reporter Len Orange on our mission to make FIFA content with a comedic twist. This is Gantry Gaffes.
Welcome to Gantry Gaffes.
Good evening everybody, welcome to another game on Gantry Gaff TV. Today we're at Pumpkins Park for Banfield against Germany's Shalke. And the referee's led there, but I think that could be Prince William. The home crowd there looking riled up and ready for another good game. I believe that's the front three there of Wonk, Pump and Sniffeya. Looking very receptive to the crowd. As you can see, Sav, a very full ground today. What are your expectations?
Yes, hello guys. Welcome to another great game. And I don't know about you, Kevin, but I'm really excited for today's game. Schalke are a very, very organised, good team.
They absolutely are. So up next with Club Atletico Banfield, and the manager is the legendary Hernan Crespo. As you can see, in goal, the towering Cuntiobert McMunch. We've got Zoltan Piggott, Donny Bollock, Herbert Pig and Tati Vitera at right back.
I'm interested to see what Zoltan Piggott can do in there at left back. He's a very handy player. And certainly Ken Wonk, I'm excited to see him.
I agree, that's a great point. So the starting lineup for Schalke, we've got Nubel in goal and then obviously Sadar, Bergstaller and Mbolo up front. And Bolo's a very, very dangerous player. We've also got Sadar, Mascarell and McKennie in midfield, with Nastasic, Stambouli and Sane up front. Looking ready. There's Tati Vitera there, a fantastic right back, very versatile. And I believe Sav there has just mentioned something about Piggott at left back. And he's normally a winger, so that's interesting to see what Crespo has done. Ladies and gentlemen, Pumpkins Park, we are underway and it's a kick-off. Gone to Arnie Pump, who was very daring to start up with some nice little kick-ups. Pasty Cairns here. He's already done a great ball. Ooh.
That's a great effort there.
It's a very good effort, good start. That was 3 passes and cut straight through Schalke. We've got Mbolo, who just misses up, and it's to Herbert Pig. Out wide to Zoltan Piggott here. He looks to send it down the line, and we've got Taddy Shannon here. Straight to Ken Wonk, who again was very weak there, and good defending by Schalke. Out here to Bergstaller. Straight back to Bergstaller, who does a ball right down, but almost too much on it, and Zoltan Piggott speed. He picks it up. Herbert Pig here going on a bit of a daisy run. And to Boff Sniffeya. I believe they are related. They look very similar. Piggott back to Boff Sniffeya. On to Ken Wonk. Zoltan Piggott again puts it in, but defending is fantastic from Schalke. Back out to Piggott. Seen a lot of the ball here. Piggott just very calm. Keep recycling the ball back to the captain, George King, who gets out to Pasty Cairns. Cuts in, looks to have a shot. Great save there by Sane.
That's a great effort there from Pasty. You know, when he cuts in and hits it with that right foot, he's always going to be a danger. And that, like you say, what a save.
That's a great point there, Sav. You want to try and stop him cutting in. Again, great defending from Schalke there. And it's out to Horace Tati Vitera, who does it's a very nice touch. Created a lot of space with his... That's maybe a bit daring. And this could be dangerous. Schalke on the break with Sadar here.
Uh-oh.
Ospika rides a challenge. Pasty Cairns trying to make up the numbers at the back. Out to Mbolo. And cleaned up by Herbert Pig. Into Kuntiol, but Munch rolls it out to Zoltan Piggott, who's seen a lot of the ball. Out to Boff Snefeya.
A lovely one too.
It's Taddy Shannon. Great ball. Great goal. That is 1-0. Back post. Pasti Cairns. First time volley. Sav, take us through that goal.
Well, just look at that skill. What a beautiful cross there. He absolutely bends it like Bakum. And what a top bends finish from Pasti Cairns. Unbelievable. Well deserved. As you can say, Shalke are maybe a bit unlucky. They have defended well, but I don't know about you, Kevin. There's no defending that.
No. Well, we saw it very early in the game. A couple of passes, and they have absolutely torn them apart there. He's looking very happy. He's praying to Jesus, I believe. Great goal, Pasti Cairns. And Shalke will hopefully look to steady the ship again. They start off again. Back to Caligarai on the string. Back to Stambouli, who's a legend of the game. He's been McKennie here. Back to Caliguri. And great he's given that as a free kick.
That's offside.
That was very poor. Very weak as well. He'll bring it in. And Arnie Pump, the legendary striker there, back. And George Kink is trying to... Taddy Shannon. Again, he's just too weak, and great defending there. Oh, it's a bad pass, but luckily Nastatic can pick it up. Out to Okzipka on the wing. What can he do? Ooh, it's quite a dangerous ball. Well read by Kuntiol, but McMunch. Donovan Bollock here. Nice little straight. Bit too much on it. Easily read. And again, Shalke defending pretty well in the most part. Has anything about Shalke impressed you, Sav?
I think they're looking very compact, but they do seem to have an air of danger going forward. But speaking of danger, Pasti's got the ball in midfield here.
Pasti Cairns right out to Arnie Pump. Nice little short pass to George Kink. Back to Pasti Cairns. These are really seeing a lot of the ball, and that is a poor pass from Pasti, but he manages to pick it up again. Out here to Zoltan Piggott. Oh, that's wank.
I must say, Kevin, that was shit.
That was absolutely shy. And then maybe he pulled a muscle there. We might go down to see what Len on the touch side says. What have you got to say, Len?
Hello, Len Orange here, pitch side, next to the home team's bench. Apparently he's been reading a book from former footballer Michelle Oween. Football's not all about scoring goals.
Brilliant, thank you, Len. Pasti Cairns here, trying to keep up with the wing. Back into McKennie. But what a first-time ball. And here's Ken Wonk. He's through. It's surely going to be 2-0, and that is going to be...
That's a penalty.
That is a penalty, and surely he's got to be gone here, Sav.
He's got to go. That is a goal-scoring opportunity. And yes, he's going. Stambouli seeing an early back.
Benjamin Stambouli, a huge loss. And yeah, there's no doubt about that. It's a clear red card. And Prince William's got the sign up there just to show the substitution. And Jeffrey Brumer is coming on. He's a very, very interesting looking chap.
What's going on here?
McMunch is taking the penalty, the goalkeeper. This must be something that Hernan Crespo's team have maybe...
I've never seen this in my life.
Fantastic penalty. That is 2-0 from McMunch. I can't believe what I'm seeing here, Sav.
Oh, have you ever? What a finish. Maybe he is the penalty taker. And there he is with the Banfield massive. What a penalty. But I am very surprised. Oh.
Like you. Again, let's have a look at this. It's very... I just don't think the goalkeeper was expecting the goalkeeper. He's built like a truck, is McMunch. He's packing some ham in those cheeks. And George Kink's looking the other way. He's very strange. And yeah, obviously, health and safety at the front of Snefeya's mind there to pull him down. He's a lovely... He looks like an aardvark, but he's an excellent goalkeeper. Right, Shalke start again. Down to 10 men and 2-0 down at such an imposing away ground. But lovely little play there. Nice triangle. Up to Caliguri. Again, poor though. And Herbert Pig. Very weak.
I mean, Herbert Pig is 9'6", so he should be winning those balls all day. But I think this is now going to be an uphill battle for Shalke.
What's going on here? What a bit of skill from Arnie Pump. First time ball. Boff Snefeya, 3-0.
Oh, my word.
I'm not sure if this is right, Sab, but I think he maybe shoulders this in.
That is such good situational awareness. I mean, you've got to be in and about the box, but let's have a look here. Oh, frig me, that's beautiful.
I think I've shit myself, Sav. What a finish. Let's have a look here. Get fucked. Straight into the top corner. 3-0.
That's game over for Shalke.
And Hernan Crespo's Banfield at home at the Pastikens Park. Sorry, Pumpkins Park, but they might as well call it that. They're so good. Here we go. Bergstaller again, poor. Really poor. Sane there to clear up. Again, but quite weak. But again, they can be forgiven for such a good half. And Okzipka here on the left against Horace Tatifater. And he has no chance. Gobbled that up.
What I like about Banfield is just the hunger. They're 3-0 up and a man up. And they're just so, they're still flying in for tackles. That's so impressive, Kevin.
I agree there, Sav. And McMuncher likes a little bit of time on the ball. And Boff is on the wing. Of course, it's not offside, I don't think, Sav, but it could have been. And he's won it again. What's he got in the lock? It's great. Good defending. They needed to do that fourth. I mean, it's already game over, I think, Sav. But a fourth, it'd be good night Vienna. Oh.
Yes, I think, there's no chance. And that's half-time. What a half for Banfield. I think a half to forget for Shalke.
Yeah, Shalke, again, had a very difficult half. And obviously losing a player, and a player of the magnitude they did. Again, so 3-0. Pasti Cairns. An amazing penalty from the goalkeeper, McMunch, and Boff. It is half-time at the Pumpkins Road, and there's the aardvark himself. Obviously, that was before the first ball was even played. So we go out wide here, past Cairns. Nice little straight-driven shot that was well saved by the number 35 in goal. He already looked very stressed, probably knew what was coming. Taddy Shannon on the left here. Fantastic ball on a plate, but still a difficult finish, Sav.
Yes, as I said in commentary, what a technique to finish, on the volley, top bins. I mean, Pasti Cairns, he's on a blue streak just like his hair.
And we're just going to go down to Len, I believe. It's looking like there's going to be some substitutions for Banfield at half-time. Have we got any injuries, Len?
Hello, Len Orange here, just in the tunnel by the home changing room. I'm overhearing of some upcoming changes. Fadge Bonds will be entering the field for Boff Snifea. John Joe Rigamortis on for Taddy Shannon.
Thank you very much, Len. Interesting. We'll see how they shape up then in the second half. Obviously, McMunch, fantastic penalty. Again, I think maybe just the keeper was, the Shalke keeper just was not expecting that. Again, a fantastic penalty from McMunch. Again, Sniffer wasn't having any of that. He is trained in safety. This little bit of skill here from Arnie Pump and the delivery. And let's talk about this finish. Absolutely smacked it into the top of the net, Sav.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such great situational awareness to think to use every part of your body and to shoulder that into the net. It's really spectacular. And there we see Donny with his lovely hygiene gloves on. Great tackle.
Fantastic tackle, and everybody enjoy. Welcome to Gantry Graphs TV, and we're here for the second half. Kicked off by Shalke. We've got Broomer, who's already given it to Ken Wonk. Is he going to finish it? What a start, Sav. Can you believe this?
I mean, look at Ken, and what a lovely quizzical dance. He really does have the...
Holy fuck, what move, Sav?
I think that was rotoscoped. Fuck!
Sorry for the swearing there, but that dance really caught me off guard. And as you can see, Fadge Bonds is on. He does look like a little shallot. It's a very interesting character and an even better football player. Quite a safe finish, but you have to bury those, Sav.
Yeah, you can't help but missing those, even if, as the kids would call it, a bit of a sweaty goal.
Of course, Ken Wonk came through the academy at Sheffield in 1936. Fantastic player there. Lovely haircut as well. And it's gone from bad to worse for Shalke at Pumpkins Park, who kick off again. Let's hope they don't have one as bad as that.
Do you think we're looking at a cricket score here, Kev?
Well, Sav, it's hard to say it won't be at the moment. They're scoring sort of every 10 minutes. What's going on? What's
Oh, fuck.
Ali Pump here? I'm very surprised. McMunch is having a crazy game, and I think it's maybe put the players off it here. And Oscar, it's a rubbish ball. It's really rubbish. McMunch here. Oh, God, what's he doing? And Bergstaller's chasing him, but he can't get anywhere near the giant. He's trying to go down the wing. He's still going, and a bad touch. And, of course, I would just like to bring on that the absolute pocket rocket, Jonjo rigor mortis. And Sebastian Rudy's coming on. Again, another veteran of the game. Out to Fadge Bonds here. Greedy, but it's picked up by rigor mortis. It's top corner. 5-0. Jonjo rigor mortis with his signature rocket. What have you got to say about the technique used there?
I mean, that is absolutely out of this world. If I had to give it a score out of 3, it'd be 3. Brilliant, Jonjo. Take a fucking boo.
I mean, and the keeper just has no chance there. He even dived fairly well, saw it from the shot inception. And look at Arnie Pump there. What a wonderful chin. And Shalke must be down in the dumps. They have, let's be honest, they've been pumped well and truly. It's Bruma, and it's on to the substitution. Rudy. Back to Bergstaller. Great ball. Here's McKennie. Back to Bergstaller, and he's hit the bar. And straight into the big goblin arms of Kuntiop. That's absolutely shot. He's missed it. Kuntiop at McMunch is an absolute. You got to say he's coming back. What a tackle!
I don't know what we're seeing here.
Here's Ken Wong running right into. Again, bit wasteful, but you could see the vision there, trying to tee up Jonjo rigor mortis for a second goal. An easy win again. And Fadgebon's obviously he's only 2 foot, so he was never going to get that. Caligiuri had it easily, but probably the first thing really Caligiuri's done. Bergstaller here he has been, and that's a wayward tackle there by Little Pigott. And weak again, and Mascarell wins another ball. It's, oh my God!
I think he could be off here. That's disgusting.
And it's only a yellow card from the referee, Barry Phillips.
Ever dependable Barry Phillips.
That is a bad tackle. That's maybe. I think rigor mortis as well knows there that he's very lucky. And you can see there, just look at the power of the bench.
It looks like Heselton's on the toilet, doesn't it?
He does well. This has been so easy. At Muncher looking very, very worried. And who's in front of the camera? Get out the way. It's out to Fadgebont here, who's looking to break. He's got a couple of options, but I think he's probably going to go for Ken Wong. He's still going. This is very greedy from the little shallot. Looks like he's going to shape up and have a shot. And again, great shot from such far out. Great. Good save by Newble. And it's out to Mascarell again, who's been these last 5 minutes. And Rudy the sub. Again, really strong. And Donovan Bollock. He might be in trouble here. Let's have a look. And it's another yellow card from Barry Phillips. It's been quite lenient. Zoltan Pigott's very sweaty. But he's waved him off. He's he looks very angry. That is terrible.
I have to say, that is a red card all day long. How Donovan Bullock's got away with that, I have no idea.
I don't think as well, Sav, it is quite strange the fact that they are so far in the clear. What a save from Kuntiop at McMunch. And he G's up the home crowd and the cop. Again, but he's running off his line. He is, again, can't say that he's not electric to watch, but he must be a worry for the crowd. His lips are quite strange. His nose touches his lips. Again, not to talk about the physical appearance, but I'm just quite surprised. Caligiuri here with a terrible prop. And McMunch is steaming off his line again. And again, you've just got to say, this is one to forget for Shalke. McMunch goes long. Straight to Arnie Pumpu. He's sat down. Get up, Arnie. He's up. That's good. Out wide here to the Charlotte. Fajbons plays it to Ken Wonk, the rotoscoper himself. That's a terrible touch. And when I say a terrible touch, it was a pass, of course. Pardon me. Good win from Herbert Pig. And here's Horace Tati-Vatair out to Donovan Bullock. He's gone to try and put a bit of air on it. And that's a fantastic pass. And a very first time all day that Nooble's had a nice little easy to collect ball. He has had a bad day in the office. Rigor mortis with great strength. Arnie Pump. He just keeps going. He's such a workhorse for Banfield. What's your thoughts of the last couple of minutes, Sav?
Yeah, they just seem to have gone off the boil a little bit, but, you know, as with Banfield, with a man advantage, you never know when they may strike.
Rightly so. And we've got George Kink here, who tried to thread the needle.
He's had quite a game as George Kink, I think.
I think you're probably right, Sav, for a player of his magnitude and importance to the team. And you still follow him now, and he wins the ball back. Horace Vatair with a fantastic ball out to Fajbons. What's he going to do? Bad touch to take it round. Well, you've got to say that's poor. And it's Pig! Fantastic, fantastic effort. Oh, and it was just swerving at the end. Really, really good save. And you pretty much know where this ball's going to go. There's so many targets in there, but it's got to be Arnie Pump. And it's a looping header, and it is 6-0 to Banfield. Arnold Pump, the greatest striker of all time. It's hard to deny it. The man earns all his plaudits. Sav, you had a mean header on it. Tell us about this one.
Oh, I mean, just the power in his neck to generate that much force to hit the top bins. Fucking unbelievable. What an absolute monster footballer. Oh.
And I'm really sorry for Sav's fucking swearing there. But it is 6-0. Great.
What was that noise?
Arnie Pump obviously worked so hard, and he taps his badge there just to show his allegiance. I mean, that's quite funny because last year he was at another club, so... but, you know, football, stuff can change. And he's just gone sliding in. It's that hunger. I mean, sometimes you could get a bit worried as a Banfield support, but here's Mascarell, and he's putting it up to Oczipka, who hasn't stopped. And here's McMunch, who has, again, had an absolute thunder of a game. Where is he going? And that's terrible, but he still wins the ball. Is he just going to go back on his line? He is. Rigor mortis to chase this right down, maybe to see the end of the final whistle. Again, they've cleared it. Shalke will be happy just to get back in the changing rooms and get on that plane back to Germany. Bergstaller here. And he's through. Rudy with a terrible touch when he was through and he beat the last player. What's McMunch doing? He's doing it again! Luckily, Horace Tati-Vatair was there to clear up. Straight back to him, and he's going to, again. And he's going back out again. He really is a loose cannon, but that is the end. What a game. It had a bit of everything, unless you were for Shalke. Again, a lot of really, really good efforts from the Shalke players that didn't stop. A lot of heads should have dropped. Yeah, as you can see, they're looking very frustrated. They have had a tough day at the Pumpkins Park. And I think there's Tati-Vatair there, but he's so small I couldn't even see him. Yeah, there's just a head above the screen there. Sav, what are your thoughts at full time?
Well, it was all to play for until that quite obvious red card from Shalke. From then on, it's been two-way traffic on a one-way street. Everybody's here and they're looking for meat. But, you know, a great win. And Banfield as dangerous as ever. And correct me if I'm wrong, Sav, I think every individual goal scorer was different today.
I believe so. Obviously started there with a fantastic ball and goal. And again, they did threaten that. The first kicks of the game, I think, was 3 passes and they had a save. Pasti Cairns looks like he's maybe on something. And this really was the end. And losing someone as good as Stambouli, the captain. But really, Ken Monk, you would have thought, was just about to put him for a second. Definitely a goal-scoring opportunity, and Stambouli had to walk. This was an unbelievable moment. I didn't know Herman Crespo had Cunty or but McMunch as the penalty taker. But great, right into the corner, nice amount of power. Very, very difficult. Fantastic. But really, and then it just went from there. The most ridiculous skill from Arnie Pump. And this ball and finish, that's my goal, I think, of the game there, Sav. It was really fantastic.
Yeah, and I mean, it's Buffs-Nefea. We're not surprised. We know he has that in his locker. We know he can T-pose at the crowd. You know, straight second half kicks off. And if there was any chance of a Shalke comeback, it was over here. Again, great finish, bottom corner, no chance, game over.
Absolutely. Came on. And that dance was so enjoyable. That will definitely be on the top tick. And again, one of the most dangerous strikers of the ball in the game. John Joe Rigor Mortis with a fantastic strike, and again, just absolutely no chance. Looking up to him just with so much admiration. And here we go, Zoltan Pigott, dying embers of the game. He'd been pretty quiet, and of course, the legendary Arnie Pump with a signature goal. Absolutely unbelievable. I think Jibby Herbert Pig there thought there was maybe a sniper and just wanted him to get down. We did see in the last game, actually, it did look like a couple of players did get shot.
This is Gantry Gaffes. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.